My name is Cory Strathman, and I live in Lenexa, Kansas with my beautiful wife and two boys. I am founder of Grace in Your Corner, which is just a site a blog, social media that I have to really spread awareness and shine the light on mental health, addiction, suicide, all the problems in life that have a main stigma. I started this because I had issues of my own that I went through, and now I'm here to tell my story. So I'm gladly here to help and be of assistance any way I can. So I've had encounters with suicide, not extremely directly, but it has been surrounded all around me. I'll give you an example. I used to be an elementary principal and administrator. I also had a stint in a middle school. In my early beginning as an administrator, there was a student that showed up in my office quite frequently, acting out, this and that, a lot of times. And I spent a lot of time and dedicated a lot of time into assisting this child. And I'll never forget, I got a phone call one evening at home and was informed that this student attempted suicide and attempted to hang himself. Was not successful at the time, but was in intensive care. And my heart just sunk in all the interactions that I've had with this child, just going through my mind. And was I too harsh on him? And how did I treat him during this situation? And just seeing this child wasn't a bad kid. I knew he wasn't a bad kid, but what this child was is the student was reaching out for help. This student was in pain to the extent that none of us knew. And the student did pass away. And it just, to this day, that was the first true suicide that I've been a part of. And it just overwhelmed me with emotion, and it still does to this time, of what could I have done? And that's the problem, is it always feels like it's very reactive, because either we don't see it coming, or we don't address it in the need that it needs to be. And that was a moment that I'll never forget, is if just I could have done one more thing to help with that child, but that was painful, and that was just the beginning. I'm from Nemaha County, a community that's very close knit, and I still, to this day, there are way too many suicides that go on, whether it's for young teens, whether it's for older adults. But it's an area where if something like that happens, it devastates the entire community, as it should, because everyone's so close knit and everyone wants to know, what we could have done. And we feel the pain of those people because we just are all so connected. So I'm still in touch with that through Grace in Your Corner. We have an outreach center there in Seneca, Kansas. And when we hear about these things and trying to help and support that family, it just tears at my heart each time, because that's a life, and that's something that you can't replace, and that's hurt that lasts a lifetime. So it's definitely there in my life, and it's something that I wish we could erase, but we got a lot of work to do.